Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. Been a while since I've done a main video. Last one was just before the Euros. We won't talk about the final of course, but what a tournament it was. For some people, the real football starts in just under a week's time. The Premier League kicks off again. Obviously there is breakout stars or players to watch throughout any Premier League season we have. So what I've done is I've gone through all 20 Premier League teams and picked one player from each club you should keep an eye out for this season. Arsenal, Ben White. Yeah, everyone knows about Ben White, but of course now there's an added incentive for himself, an England spot. Didn't want to play under Southgate and rejected the chance to go to the Euros this year. Southgate's now left, got an interim manager in charge, potentially might take over full time, or a new manager coming in. Surely Ben White's going to want to perform as he was doing last season, get himself known, even take his game to the next level. Kyle Walker's aging, could be starting England right back with Reece James's injury problems, and if the new manager thinks Trent will play in midfield like Gareth Southgate did, or even at centre half. But yeah, Ben White definitely is one to watch. I do think he's going to push himself a bit more this year so he can start being an England regular. Aston Villa, Morgan Rogers. Yeah, Villa fans have been waxing lyrical about Morgan Rogers all pre-season. They think he's going to have a big breakthrough year. Of course, he's going to be playing in the highest competition in the Champions League, challenging for the top four once again. And again, like I say, with a New England manager potentially on the horizon, he's going to want to do everything he can. It's going to be a big breakthrough year for him with the likes of Diaby leaving as well. Really got a chance to cement that left mid position for Villa, become one of their stars going forward. Brentford, Even Tony. Yeah, so it's another video where I do another list and I pick Even Tony for Brentford. Didn't really know who else to go for Brentford. They've not signed Fabio Carvalho just yet. I know they agreed a deal, so I didn't want to pick him just in case that falls through. I've gone for Even Tony just for the fact that he hasn't left Brentford this summer, which many thought he would. So, does he want to just do this season at Brentford if no one comes in for him to leave on a free? He's going to want to put himself in the shop window. If he has a stinker, not many of the big clubs are going to after him, which Tony wants. So I do think he's going to, if he doesn't get a move, he's just going to push himself to the limit to make sure he gets that big money move on a free transfer for next season. Brighton, Jakub Minte. Yeah, I don't think Newcastle wanted to sell Minte. I think it was the FFP factor for Newcastle that might have come into effect. So I've gone for Minte for Brighton. Great spell at Feyenoord last season on loan. Already got 3 goals for Brighton in pre-season. Electric winger. I do think that he could go on to grow as well. So definitely going to be one to watch. Bournemouth, Alex Scott. Yeah, Alex Scott was meant to be his big breakout season last season, but of course got injured for the majority of it. He's now back fit. He now has a chance to show what he can do. Again, we keep mentioning this England squad. Lee Colsley as well has worked with Alex Scott before, so he has the chance show what he can do at the start of the season. Maybe earn a shock England call up. Chelsea, Wesley Fofana. Yeah, who'd you pick for Chelsea? I mean, Cole Palmer, we all know, is going to start for Chelsea this season, or people already know about him. So I've gone for Wesley Fofana. The last 2 seasons for him have been injury hell, ACL injuries. It was highly rated. Chelsea spent 70 million on him. He's going to want to show the world what he can do again to get back to that level. So I think he's going to push himself more. If he starts under Maresca or is in and around the team, he's going to want to show what he can do. Crystal Palace, John-Philippe Mateta. Yeah, who had John-Philippe Mateta setting the Premier League on fire in the second half of last season on their 2024 bingo card? Under Oliver Glasner, he looks a different animal. 11 goals in 10 games last season to close out the season, including a hat-trick on the final day. He's carried his form into the Olympics, where he got the French team to a silver medal and he scored 5 goals there. So yeah, he's going to want to kick on. Palace main man now. Big physical presence, and people have definitely changed their mind on him from the start of last season, where people would not have thought he was going to have this much of an impact. Everton, Iliman Ndiaye. Yeah, didn't work out for him at Marseille after 1 season there, 3 league goals, 30 league appearances. Not what he's capable of though. Put it anywhere across the front 3, behind the striker. If he rediscovers his Sheffield United form, Dyche can get the best out of him. Everton are going to have such a player on their hands, and he's going to be crucial for Everton this season. Fulham, Emil Smith-Rowe. Yeah, main man. He's going to be the main man for Fulham. Paid over 30 million for him, club record signing. Can kind of kickstart his career now, show what he can do. Had a spell at Arsenal when he was doing that. Lost his place, never really got back in. So now he can show Fulham fans on the banks of the Thames what he can do. And he's going to want to get back into an England position where he could potentially get called up. Ipswich, Leif Davis. Yeah, the first of the newly promoted teams to make this list is Leif Davis for Ipswich. 21 assists in the Championship last season, was in the Championship Team of the Year. Really good left back getting forward. Do think he might be like this season's Alfie Doughty from last season, got a lot of assists. Really liked Alfie Doughty last season. Do think he should win in and around that England squad. Big mention what we have done in this video. There is going to be a few people now looking. Now there is a new man in charge of England, or potentially, depending on who that's going to be. So yeah, Leif Davis is going to want to impress for what many people think is struggling Ipswich team. If he can shine on that, then who knows what the future holds for him internationally. Leicester, Steffi Mavididi. Yeah, Steve Cooper's known for getting best out of players, and I think Mavididi's going to be one of them. 12 goals and 6 assists last year. Really excelled in that left wing position for Leicester. Played for the likes of Arsenal and Juventus as a player in there. As I say, under Cooper's leadership, I do think he's going to have a decent season for Leicester, and he's going to definitely be one to watch for in the Foxes starting 11. Liverpool, Alexis McAllister. Yeah, we all know about Alexis McAllister, but I really thought he grew into that Liverpool team towards the back end of last season. He's going to be a mainstay in that midfield for next season and beyond, and that's what he'll want. Want to continue that form under new manager, and who knows, aging Liverpool squad, like Van Dijk getting on a bit, potential future Liverpool captain. Liverpool was a hard one, so any Liverpool fans watching, who should we also be keeping an eye out for Liverpool this season? Man City, Stefan Ortega. Yeah, it might be a surprising name, but just hear me out on this one. Towards back in the last season, Stefan Ortega obviously stepped up when Ederson got injured. I think he was in the Tottenham game. Made that crucial save to deny Son. I mean, Son probably should have scored, but that's a conversation for last season and a different day. But there's rumours that Ederson, and Pep had a falling out. Ederson was linked to the Saudi League. Move didn't materialise. And I do think, with that in mind, Pep doesn't like when he falls out with players. He wants to show he's the main man. Look at João Cancelo. So I do think we're going to see Ortega a lot this season, or slowly integrating him to be City's number one when Ederson, I think he will leave at some point now, unless Pep makes an announcement that he's going to leave first. Man United, Rasmus Højlund. Yeah, they brought in a striker, Joshua Zirkzee, who, decent player, but is he going to start ahead of Højlund? I don't think so. He's Man U's new number 9. He's going to be the main man going forward. Garnacho and hopefully Rashford can get back to form for Man U to provide him with more assists. He's had a year in England. If he stays injury-free, hopefully he can get a few more goals. But definitely want to watch out for Man U, because as well, I don't really know who to pick. Let me know in the comment, Man United fans, who should be one player we should be watching. Newcastle, Sandro Tonali. Yeah, shout out to Harvey Barnes. I know he went for him, but Sandro Tonali's got to be. He's banned for betting offences. He's not played in nearly over a year for Newcastle. Their record signing. He's chomping at the bit to get back. He's going to want to show the fans what they've been missing, to prove a point as well that he's, an excellent player, which we all know he is on his day. So yeah, definitely going to be a Tonali breakthrough season in the Premier League, if you can say that. Forest, Elliot Anderson. Yeah, a man who has links to Newcastle as well. Elliot Anderson joined Forest in the summer for around £35 million, which was a bit of a ludicrous money, but of course it's the PSR charges. But it looked good for Forest in pre-season. Play on the left wing, play in the middle, in the centre. Don't think he's going to displace Gibbs White, so he's either going to play on that left, rotate with Callum Hudson-Odoi or Alanga, or behind Gibbs White. But he's an excellent talent. He's come through the ranks at Newcastle, had a great spell at Bristol Rovers as well. Now he's got a chance to stay injury-free and progress in what Forest fans hopefully think is more going to be a progressive season for them when they're not struggling. And Anderson could be a key for that and a mainstay in their midfield for a few years to come. Southampton, Ben Brereton Diaz. Yeah, I mean, this man was Sheffield United's top goal scorer, having only joined in January. He got 6 goals. So who knows what he can do in a full season in the Premier League. You need goals to at least compete in the Premier League to try and stay up. Brereton Diaz hopefully can do that for Southampton. But he's not really hit the heights as he did, obviously Blackburn. Didn't work out at Villarreal. Got to move to a struggling Sheffield United squad. Yes, he did score, was top goal scorer. But he needs a full season in the Premier League now to continue and show what he can do. Spurs, Dominic Solanke. Yeah, it was only confirmed a few days ago, but Dominic Solanke is the new striker at Spurs. 19 goals last season, missed out on the Euro squad as well, which in my opinion was quite harsh, but those replacements didn't do too bad. But now he's at a so-called Big Six club. No one can ignore him now. I think if he'd have played for Spurs last season, scored 19 goals, he'd have been in that England squad. There's a lot of pressure on him now. Massive price tag, 65 million. He's going to be Spurs' main man. He's going to want to deliver not only for his new club to get them into the Champions League and hopefully win a trophy, but to get more England caps under his belt as well. West Ham, Crysencio Somerville. Yeah, it was actually a surprise that Somerville was at Leeds for so long. I think he only joined West Ham at the start of August, so he had a full pre-season at Leeds. Thought every club would have been jumping on him. They met at the exit clause, West Ham did. Had such a good season for Leeds last season, cutting in on that right foot, bending one in the top corner, every game or so. Great player. Did okay for Leeds as well the season went now. She scored that winner at Anfield. He's now matured. He's had a season in Championship. His confidence has got to be high. And he's going to be playing in a new line of West Ham. Obviously their front four this season is going to look completely different. And I think under Lopetegui, he's going to want to thrive and show what he can do. Wolves, Ryan Aït-Nouri. Yeah, only 23, Ryan Aït-Nouri. Feels like he's been around for ages, but the left wing back or left back for Wolves, only 23. There is a few clubs struggling for left backs, Man City being one of them. I think, looking at how Aït-Nouri plays, he'd be tailor-made to jump in that Man City squad. So, of course, Wolves fans are going to want to keep him for as long as possible, but I do think if he has a decent season, again, he had a decent season last season as well, but if he takes on his game to another level, then it won't be long till he's getting a move to a bigger club, if you will. And there we have it. There are my predictions for one player to watch out for every Premier League club this season. Let me know in the comments who you think you're most excited to see, or who do you think is going to have an impact that maybe you wouldn't think so, or anyone I've picked for your club if you think I should have picked someone else. Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your support. Do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, join the journey, and as always, I'll speak to you all in a while.